If you're thinking about moving to the Raleigh area, you might be considering Cary, Apex, or Morrisville on the west side of Raleigh, North Carolina. In this video, we're going to break down the key attractions, highlights for the schools, real estate overview, and some of the cool things that are happening in these areas. Stick around towards the end. We will be talking about housing prices as well as the top events in the area. Let's get to it. This is Raleigh. It's a big city. It's the capital of North Carolina. And as you can see, downtown city area sits right in the center, and you've got the 440 freeway going around it, which is also known as the 40 at the bottom, and the 540 freeway is the bigger belt line that's going around the outside. I know the first thing you're going to say, it's not connected on your map. Yep, but it will be soon. They're working on all this freeway connection right here. So what we're going to focus on in this video today is the west side of Raleigh, mostly talking about Cary, Morrisville, and Apex. I want to show you how the areas are laid out, the unique features of each area. We're going to talk about parks and shopping and what's located nearby, why you might want to live there and why you might not want to live there, because there are some downsides to living in these areas that are really honestly pretty hot. So let me get my little pen out here. So we're kind of going to divide Raleigh. We're going to look at this area here and we'll talk about Cary, Apex, a little bit about Morrisville, so kind of becoming a pretty hot up and coming area, and these the freeway connections, locations, etc. Let's kind of start with the highlighted neighborhoods that we want to talk about. And what I'm going to do is actually change my map a little bit so that I can show you annexed areas, and I'll explain this in a second. One of the hottest areas that people contact us frequently about is called Cary. Cary, we're going to talk about a little bit more about the key attractions a little bit later, but Cary has an amazing downtown park. They spent $64 million on the park. It's gorgeous. It's got kids zone, amphitheater, putting green, pet park, market. I mean, it's got a beer garden. You can get a beer while you walk your dog in the park. But what I want to kind of point out right now is that Cary, all these little red dotted lines are considered Cary. And what does that mean? Well, it means you're going to pay Cary taxes, first of all, which you're going to pay 0.32 cents per $100 assessed on your property. And that's in addition to the Wake County property taxes. So you have additional property taxes if you live in Cary. Well, why would I want to pay more taxes, Chris? Because Cary is within the Wake County School District, which has very good ratings. Overall, they have probably 7 or 8 out of 10 on most of their schools. Not every school, but most schools. So if you're planning on your kids attending the public schools, then a lot of people are interested in Cary. Here's an interesting thing I want to show you down here. Look at all this area down here. This is all Cary too. It's annexed area that will be within the Cary tax system and probably getting Cary utilities, etc. Now, when we jump over to Apex, let me shut off my pen. Get over to Apex, watch what happens. Look at all the little annexed areas that Apex has. Let's zoom out just a little bit. And they go all the way down to Feltonville here, stretch all the way down to New Hill, which by the way is a very hot area. They're building brand new construction, very nice homes. I would say single family detached homes in the 700,000. So, not exactly cheap, but a great area to get access right here to the one freeway. You've also got Friendship, they're building there. Apex, all of this area here has got a lot of new build. Here's the center of Apex. This is the old area where the main street, Salem Street is. And so it's walkable, and restaurants, ice cream shop, pizza, Mexican food, bakery, all kinds of different stuff down there. There is a barber shop / bar, so you can get an old fashioned while you're getting an old fashioned haircut. Dad jokes. But look how it kind of annexed down here and around here and all the way up in the corner here. So when you're looking at an address on properties online that you're looking at, it may say Apex, and it could be all the way down here in Pine Oaks, New Hill, okay? It could be stretching down here to Feltonville, okay? And some other areas here are actually called Apex as well. The third area that we kind of are going to address here in this video is Morrisville. Okay, why Morrisville? Well, the simple reason is it is located very close. This is all Morrisville here. It's located very close to Research Triangle Park and the airport. So Research Triangle Park is up here. And for some of you that are looking at this, here's the Research Triangle Park right there. Shake my little mouse. And for some of you, you may be relocating here for a job. You may be in the IT industry. A lot of people, this is a tech hub on the East Coast of all of the United States, very hot. When it comes to this little sliver here, there's really not much. There's a great park called Umstead Park, really good hiking trails, lots of trees, camping, great for kids, great for outdoorsy people. And you've got the airport right here. So kind of this, I don't know, this channel right through there that goes through this way. Not really much in the way of housing or development. So Morrisville is becoming a hot area. It's desirable because it's still in Wake County. So you've got the Wake County schools, and it's close to Cary and all the action in Cary. When you zoom in on Cary, downtown Cary Park, we've got videos for that. But downtown Cary Park is amazing. It's large. It's got lots of room for all the different things that you'd like to do there. I mean, you can walk around the park for quite a while, get some food in the market, have a beer, and watch your doggy over here in the dog park and enjoy a show at the amphitheater. I mean, it's just got a lot. So it's a very big attraction. During the holidays, it's swamped with people, and it's fun. It's a great area. People love it. They are building right next to downtown Cary Park, but Morrisville is not far away. So here's downtown Cary Park. Let's zoom back out, and let's get back to Morrisville. And there it is. We've also got the Hindu Society of North Carolina, just pointing out landmarks here. And you've got Sri Venkateswara Temple. So there are some religious centers up there, and Trader Joe's. That is also a religious center. No, I'm just kidding. But I would say that when it comes to shopping, that's one of the big attractions for Cary. Trader Joe's, there is a Trader Joe's up here in Morrisville as well. So Trader Joe's is usually centered in great communities where there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of people and great shopping centers. And so they have one up in Morrisville and one really not that far away down here in Cary. So yeah, these are three areas that are becoming hot. Why are they so hot? Really, as we mentioned, the shopping attractions, the parks in Apex are growing by the day. Cary has over 60 miles of greenways and spaces to walk and hike. Apex has less, but it's growing in size. Cary's about 60 square miles, Apex is 20 square miles, and the attractions are really the shopping, the downtown areas, and location in proximity to the airport if you travel a lot for fun or for work, and the Research Triangle Park. Reasons that you might be attracted to this side really include proximity to shopping, and I'm talking about basically this area right here. Easy proximity to all the shopping you would need. One of the things that's missing in the Cary, Morrisville, Apex area is a shopping mall, like a legitimate big mall, indoor mall. They have that up in Crabtree. It's really close. Honestly, it's about a 10-minute drive. And it includes just a couple highlights would be like Macy's and also the Apple store. I know that I've driven up there several times to try and get my Apple products fixed. And so that's one thing that's not located in the area, but you know, everything else in this area is very accessible. Let's talk about attractions. Let's talk about shopping centers and restaurants. As you start to look into Morrisville, you're going to notice something missing. There's actually no downtown, and that might be a con for you. As you're looking into Morrisville, there are a lot of strings of shopping centers. There are restaurants. There is really a cultural melting pot of these areas in here. If you're looking for a place to eat, there are lots of different scattered about restaurants. Two Guys Grill is one of our favorites. Moe's Southwest. There's Italian. There is Indian and Mexican, all sorts of different places, but there isn't really a downtown congregation site. Now, when you can contrast that with Cary, as you've seen, you definitely do have a downtown area. You've got the downtown Cary Park. You've also got just a walkable area down here, including authentic Chinese, Italian pizza. There's kind of an eatery, like a hole-in-the-wall eatery down there. Sandwich shop. There's a great brewery with, I wouldn't say brewery, it's more of a tap room, cotton house, which built into a house. Just a really cool place. You got to at least stick your head in there and take a look at that. And as well as other just walkable areas so you can meet downtown. When you go straight down Kildare in Cary, you've got this Trader Joe's shopping center, which also has staples and some fast food. There's a nice little taco shop there as well. And if you continue further down to where this Whole Foods is, down Kildare, this is still Cary. This is the Waverly Place Shopping Center. It's a really cool shopping center with an open park area in the middle. If you got kids, this is a great area to take them. You can grab some food you could walk in and grab some to go at Whole Foods for some, healthy options. They have Italian food, Mexican tacos, Shake Shack, burgers. And so you've got a lot there that you can just do, as well as the movie theater and Chick-fil-A, other stuff. So this is definitely a hot spot if you're not up here in the center of downtown Cary. Jumping back over to Apex, you've got a few great eateries, quite a few great eateries right down on the main strip on Salem Street. You've got the Salem Street Pub, you've got Tap Station. These are obviously pubs and tap rooms that have alcohol and drinks. I mentioned in another video that our favorite sushi shop is down here at the end of the downtown. Let me see if I can get it up on the map. There it is, Sushi Suyu, Apex. Get a reservation because there's always a wait, and it's really good food. So it's one of our favorite places, and it's small, so that's part of why there's always a wait. But all along here are Pizza Mexican. There's a great ice cream shop that people congregate around, and coffee shop. If you're here during the day and you want to meet with somebody for coffee, go to Market Street. And they have other restaurants scattered around: JD's Pub, Tavern, Doherty's Irish, Mamma Mia, Dallas Famous Chicken and Biscuits. So yeah, there's definitely a little bit more of a selection and definitely more of a downtown spot. Apex has bigger and more robust parks and recreation areas. Morrisville has some good ones. It's just not as big as the Apex area. As you can see, you just kind of, it's tucked in between these freeways. Along with attractions, I like to give you the cons of these areas. When you're moving into Morrisville, please be aware the airport is right here. This is the flight path. Let me show you with my drawing utensil. You've got that flight path coming right through there, okay, right through Morrisville. So be aware that people have told us, hey, we hear the planes flying overhead. Some people get used to it, some people don't. If you're buying a more modern structure, which, there's really only about 13% of homes for sale in the Morrisville area are new construction. There's very little new construction. Just putting that up front for you. Be ready. If you get a newer home, the windows are going to be double pane sealed and just, really high quality. You're probably not going to notice the airplanes when you're inside with the windows and doors closed, but do be aware of the sounds there. Now, when you get down to Cary, we've spent, a lot of time in Cary, and we don't notice the planes as much down there because the airport's more north and flies kind of northeast to southwest across there. Okay. Up next, stick around. We're going to talk about schools. We're going to talk about a little bit about housing prices and also proximity to the major areas and places that you'd like to go. But before we get to that, if you're thinking about moving to the Raleigh area, click in the link in the description. Go ahead and fill out the form and contact us for a 20-minute Zoom call. Our team will get together with you and find out if we're a good fit to help you relocate to the Raleigh area. We love it when people reach out to us and ask for our help. We love helping people move to this area. I relocated myself so I can help you avoid some of the same pitfalls and things that you don't want to fall into. And we also have a service where we provide a free moving quote wherever you are in the country. We can have someone come out and take a look at that. Let's get to it. I know you want to take a look at the schools. First of all, let's start with Cary. This is the Green Hope High School, and it ranks about 97%, 97 out of 100. And we've got, this is national rankings, but that's kind of hard to really compare. There's thousands and tens of thousands of schools out there. It's number 16 in North Carolina, number 4 in Raleigh. And this is some of the exam numbers and things, and you can find this out. I personally go to US News. There is another site that ranks schools. I'm just not sure about their rankings, seem a little out of date. So I like this website. Next up, you've got Apex, and Apex has White Oak Elementary. We're just pointing out a few great schools in the area. Number 3 in North Carolina, so that's a big one. Really great scores for math and reading. And then for Morrisville, you've got Cedar Fork Elementary, ranked 97 out of 100, 14-to-1 student to teacher ratio, and so that's better than average, and kind of in the 80% for their scores. So that's a couple of highlights. Obviously, those are not the only schools, many schools. One thing that you want to keep aware of is that most of Cary is in is in Wake County, but part of Cary is in Chatham County and part of Cary is in Durham County, up in the southwest. The southwest portion of Durham is what I mean. So you won't have to worry too much about that because really the vast majority is Wake County. If you're planning on moving here and getting your kiddos into school, get on top of it early, maybe even a year early, because they cap out on these schools and they run out of spaces. And a lot of people are moving here just for the school system. So yeah, public schools are a definite plus. On to the next thing, let's talk about buying a house here. When it comes to housing prices, we're going to talk about the purchase price of a townhome as well as a single family detached house in each of these areas. So when it comes to Cary, the median price around a single family detached home is $625,000. That is above the national average, of course, and the median price for a townhouse in Cary is around $400,000. Now, there are only 100 new construction homes for sale today in Cary, so there's a limited pool, limited inventory of new construction homes. That's not all the homes that are for sale. There are hundreds of homes for sale in Cary. Most of those, the majority of those, are resale homes. So just prepare yourself if you're determined to go to Cary that there's a limited supply. As far as Apex goes, that's where the story changes. First of all, single family houses about the same price, a single family detached, $624,900. And townhomes are slightly lower at $375,000. Difference here is that there are 900 new homes being built and sold or for sale today in Apex. There's a massive amount of building going on in Apex. As I showed you on the map, it's out there towards the west side where there's less construction, there's less development out there. But again, please keep in mind, if you're buying a home, let's say near Friendship area, or there's several different areas out there that are building, you only have a 10-minute drive to all the shopping. It's only 10 minutes. And if you want to go to Cary and visit Cary, it's just a 15-minute drive to get all the way just across straight east to Cary. Finally, let's end with Morrisville. It's the smallest of these areas, $605,000 for a single family detached house and $409,900 for a townhome. And that's again the median price. So there's above and below that price available as well. There's only 39 newly constructed homes for sale in Morrisville. So as you can see, Morrisville does not have the type of development that Apex has, clearly, and actually a little bit less than what Cary has. So if you start to think about these areas, they've expanded out, like Morrisville and Apex have expanded out as big as they can get. So they're not annexing in new land and new developments and opportunities in that land. So you're going to mostly find resale properties in those areas. I have clients right now that they really, really want new construction in Morrisville, and we're finding it hard to find a home. But we're gonna keep looking for them. And when one pops up, we'll be the first to show it and we'll be the first to get them in there. So that's a little bit of an overview of what's going on in housing. Now, some of these areas that we're going to talk about in other videos, like Holly Springs, Fuquay Varina, Garner, they are developing, I call them mini cities. They're usually called towns, but they're small cities that are growing and expanding rapidly. And there's a lot of building happening around them. So if you're okay with being in a little bit more of a rural area, you can move out there and get a lot of house for the buck. You can get a full size, 2,500 square foot home for, $450,000 out there. And with all the new construction happening, those prices have not caught up to Cary and have not caught up to Apex yet. So again, there's opportunities out there. It just depends on what your lifestyle is. Number one, do you want to be in a metro area where you can walk to everything? Do you want to be right around the corner from stores? Are you willing to drive 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? The further out you go from kind of these epicenter cities that line the west side of Raleigh, the more house you're going to get for your dollar. But again, you'll be a little bit further out in the community. That's kind of an overview for housing. Please contact us for more information. And if you're looking at another area that's not listed here, comment in the comments below. Let us know what area you're interested in, and we might have a video for that as well. All right, let's dive real quick into accessibility and location as far as as Commute and things like that. And then after that, we're going to talk about some of the highlight kind of festivals and parties that they have in the 3 different towns. So for most people, the big question is going to be, how far am I from the airport? How far am I from Research Triangle Park? Well, here's Research Triangle Park. It's kind of nestled right in here. It's below Durham. It's to the side of Chapel Hill. And you've got lots of freeway access in and out because obviously it's a tech hub. People need to get in and out of there. And you can also see that it's also very close to RDU. So it's not a big difference between driving to the two. From Cary, which is all of the areas that you can see here with the little red perforated line, this is all of Cary. It stretches up here. I mean, if you're going to Research Triangle Park from the very top of Cary, it's probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you're going to Research Triangle Park from the bottom of Cary, it's about 25 minutes. But on average, it's only about a 15-minute drive, okay? Right in the, anybody who lives here in the heart of Cary. Morrisville, I'm just going to keep the map right where it is because you can see that Morrisville is a smaller area nestled right up to the north of Cary, northwest of Cary. That's a shorter drive to everything. Research Triangle Park, 10 minutes. RDU, basically 10 minutes. It's just a very quick drive. I do want to make a comment about the proximity to the airport that is Morrisville. I think I mentioned this earlier in the video, but there is a flight path here, so you want to keep that in mind. Finally, let's get over to Apex. So here's Apex and all of Apex's annexed areas. Obviously, if you're going down in the New Hill area, it's going to take you longer. You're going to have to jump on a couple of different freeways to get up here to RDU and Research Triangle Park. I give it about 20 to 25 minutes to get to either of those. If you're stretched down, down here in Feltonville, you're kind of close to Holly Springs, it might be more like a half an hour. But that being said, 30 minutes from any of the remote locations in Cary or Apex, very conveniently located. And as you'll see in other videos and as you're shopping around and whatnot, as you get down to Holly Springs, Fuquay Varina, Clayton, these different towns that are just up and coming and just expanding and exploding, you're further out from everything, but you're also getting more bang for your buck. You're getting more house for your dollar, and you're getting a rural experience if you're not right in the center of all the action. So that's a little bit about Commute. If you commute to the Research Triangle Park, and that's obviously what's pushing up the prices there. That's why Cary is the most expensive and desirable. That's why there's so much building happening in Apex. It's just a hot spot because it's so closely tucked in right next to Research Triangle and the airport. We're almost wrapped up with this video, but I wanted to mention a few cool events that are happening in each of these 3 towns. We're going to start with Morrisville, which is obviously the smallest of the 3. And what you're looking at here is the Golf Classic presented by Novell in March. That happens, and it's sponsored by the Morrisville Chamber of Commerce. And then another quickie to talk about is that Morrisville is actually home to the only cricket league in the area. So there is cricket in North Carolina, and this is the place to find it. So if you're looking for cricket, you'd want to look into Shiloh Park and keep abreast of the schedule for cricket in the area. Moving on real quick is Peak Fest in Apex. This is a major event where the streets are closed off. You can see it's lined with vendors. There's not a ton of pictures here available, but it is a cool event that happens in Apex every year. And we're going to finish it off real quick with Lazy Days, which is a arts and crafts festival, as you can see, here on downtown Cary. Crowded with people for sure. They've got everything from artists selling their wares and their art at downtown, entertainment and music, as well as food, obviously, stuff for the kiddos to do, beer gardens, etc. It's very family friendly. It goes for 2 days, and I'll just show you a quick picture down here. This is kind of what it gets to when it gets a little crowded. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of people show up, but it's super fun and, like I said, family friendly. So those are some cool events, and hope this gives you kind of a cool overview of these 3 different areas. We're really wanting to highlight these areas and help you make a decision if these are one of the areas that you're looking to move in. I hope this was informational for you. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us make these videos, obviously. And more importantly, we'd like to get in touch with you. We'd like to talk to you. Our team can help you if you're relocating to the area. Please fill out the description in the link below and make a quick appointment to get on our 20-minute Zoom call where we can see if we're a good fit to help you move to the Raleigh area. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you on the next video.